Hi everyone, my name is Adam. I am here to try and help folks complete the week 4 project. I have here the website and it shows the scenario. I've downloaded the workbook as it exists right here, and we're going to walk through some things. We're going to start with the sheet 1 requirements. Now I'm not going to show you the completed formulas, but I'm going to show you how I would complete each formula and what formula I would use for each one. The first thing I like to do is reset the widths on the columns so that everything makes sense. It asks us to set the dates in the holiday dates and contracts dates to look like this format right here. And so I will select this range right here, and I will add some formatting, custom, and I will drop that in like that and click OK. And I'll take the format painter and go back over to sheet 1 and apply it to this column right there like that. Boom. Okay, second thing is we need to add a couple days. It says the owner doesn't work on his birthday. It's a holiday. So it says add your birthday to it. So my birthday is January 27th. So I would take and move this down, and then right here I would take and move this down. You want these things to stay in chronological order, and then I would like this and adjust that. Oh, that's not going to work. We're going to add it 1/27/2022 and 1/27/2023, and it didn't quite use the right format, so we'll grab the format painter and put it right there, and now we're done with that. Okay. We're gonna use these holidays right here, so I'm gonna create a named range called holidays. This is gonna save us time later on. And I'm gonna also create a named range out of this called build info. Okay. Now it says back on sheet 1, create a column that looks up the number of days each house plan takes to build from table 2. That's why we created this one. So I'm going to go build days, okay? And I'm going to use a VLOOKUP, and I would be looking up this column right here, okay? I would do this, and I would anchor it to the column, but not the row, so that when we copy it down, it'll go to each one. The build info, the table array would be the build info. The column index would be the second column over, right? If you look at that, it's the second column in that, and you would set it to be false, right? You want an exact match. So that's the formula I would use inside this column. Okay. Then it says 3 additional columns and calculate formulas for the difference between this day and this day. Now I'm just going to put a number in here right now since I don't have the formula put in. And this is working Monday to Friday, right, is what this says. And what if they worked Monday to Saturday? And what if they worked Monday to Saturday and they worked holidays? So in this one, you're going to say, okay, here is you're going to use the Workday International function, okay? And the start date would be the contract date, the number of days it would take, right? So that's the start date. The number of days would be the column F, right? The weekends that they work, the weekends are Saturday and Sunday, so it would be 1 for this one, and then you'd provide the list of holidays that they don't work, okay? And that would be the calculation here. And the second one would be the same workday function, but it would be the same contract date, the same number of build days. The weekends would be, however, for Saturday and Sunday, if they only took off Sundays, would be an 11. Sunday only is the weekend day. And again, you provide the list of holidays that they don't work. And then this one here would be the same Workday International function, and start date and number of days, right? Those two. It'd again be Sundays only, but this time you wouldn't provide a list of holidays so that it would calculate working the holidays instead. Okay, and so now you'd have 3 dates inside here. And so I'm just going to put some dates in here, like just so we can see when I go to the next thing. So I'm going to go 30 July 2022, and this would be 23 July 2022, and this would be 22 July 2022. Something like that, okay? And I don't know what the numbers are, and it doesn't really matter. This is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so now it says sort the data by contract date. So you would go ahead and select the data you have, and I would use a sort and filter like that, and I would select oldest to newest like this. We have this data right here. I'm going to move it up to the top so that we have some data in there. Okay. And now the next thing is we create a lookup sheet. Okay. And it says create a drop-down list for the customer data. So this is going to be name. And then it says the information here that it wants us to put on here: address, house plan, contract date, build time, and estimated completion dates. Address. Contract date. Build time. Estimated completion dates. Okay. And then this one would be Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, and Monday to Saturday plus holidays. So in this cell, you do the data and you choose a list, not a date, a list. And we say, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to select this list, and I'm going to call this list customers. Okay. And then I would go, we'll go back to our data validation. I would select a list. I would select equals customers like that. And then when I select one, I've got a name. Okay. Okay, to the next requirement is to fill out the rest of this information. You're going to do this using a VLOOKUP. That's what I would use. The lookup table would be the named range for all of this data across this whole section here, right? The lookup value would be this right here. You would anchor it because you don't want it to move. It's always going to be the same. So like you go click and anchor that thing. Table array would be, I would name that range. Okay. The index for address is 2, for house plan is 3, for contract date is 4, for build time is 5, for these 3, 6, 7, and 8, and then you'd always use a false in all of these for an exact match. Okay, and that's how you do a lookup on all of these columns right here. The last thing that it asks you to do is copy and paste the list of home plans and show how many homes of each are being built. So you could copy and paste all the unique values. One, two, three, four, five. There's another one down here. I guess that's all of them. And I would copy them, and then you'd put them over here somewhere, paste them. And then you would do a count if. And the count if in the range, I would name this list right here as a named range of some sort. House plans chosen, which is what I chose. And then of course this isn't house plans chosen. And then the criteria is it equals this right here. Okay, and if you do that, you'll see it counts 5. Okay. Another way to get that list is you can also use the unique method. You give it that house plans chosen, and you tell it return unique rows, and you tell it to return every distinct item. And that will also give you a list of all the house plans chosen. Look at that. Okay, so I hope that was useful. You've obviously got a lot of cleanup and stuff, but that's the basics of getting the data. Good luck.